Today is going to be fantastic. Welcome to our channel. My name is Jarrod, and I'm a third-generation Arizona native sharing what life is really like in Arizona. I help so many people relocate to awesome Arizona neighborhoods. So in today's episode, we talk about the Arizona housing market in 2020. And we answer the question, is this another market crash? What's going on in Arizona? Welcome to my channel. My name is Jarrod Kinman, and this is Arizona Life. In the beginning of January through the beginning of March, the market was on fire. In Arizona, my sellers were getting 6 offers within 2 days of listing their homes in many instances. There was a huge lack of supply. Like, it wasn't just busy, there was a frenzy. And here's some data for you. In Phoenix, the last few years, January usually has 17,000 to 19,000 homes being sold. But in January of 2020, we saw about 11,000 homes available. So add a 6.5% increase in income growth. Like, Arizona's had huge income growth. People driving around in nice cars and everything's looking really nice. And then you add that to a 50% lower home inventory than normal. That equals a buying frenzy. Interest rates were at historic lows, and there was tons of relocation happening due to both job growth and also people moving here for retirement. If you were in the Phoenix metro and Arizona area in general, I'm sure if you were driving around, you saw the effects of it, the traffic, and before spring training got shut down, the amount of people that were in town and the hustle and bustle of the neighborhoods. So next, it comes February. And early March and February, the Fed dropped the interest rates to super low amounts, into the low 3s. And the buyers and the refinances were in full effect. I was reaching out to clients and I was letting them know, guys, now's the time to refinance. You can probably save a couple hundred a month by saving a point, bringing that point down. So a lot of that was happening. So all this is happening, the lenders basically couldn't keep up. And it seems everybody got refinanced. And at the same time, we're going through this season where the buyers don't have enough homes to buy. And so the inventory was just way too low. So along comes COVID-19. And at first we were trying to evaluate what's really happening. Then everybody starts getting affected by the fear and the job loss, possible job loss, and it came on pretty quick. So we had buyers that their employer said, hey, look, guys, we're shutting down the plant. And that in turn means my clients, they're affected in the sales department and the service department. He's got to weigh that into his decisions, right? It caused all of us to pause, put us in a holding pattern to see what happens. And we're all trying to be safe. We're all trying to do our part, right? What happens next? Wall Street comes in, and I'm sure you've been watching your stocks. You see them go down and go up a little bit and then down again. Up, here in Arizona, if you went under contract with a so-called iBuyer, or as I like to say, a real estate hedge fund, in many cases, they canceled the contracts and they put these sellers, back to having a home that wasn't sold. They weren't going to follow through on the offers that they made, and they, not all of them, but they halted all of their buying of any of their properties. And that's because a lot of those iBuyers are tied to real estate hedge funds like on Wall Street, Blackstone, and different companies that own lots and lots of real estate. And but here's the silver lining. Phoenix is much more diverse with jobs, technology, aerospace, electronics, semiconductors, manufacturing, and like large growth that we've had in healthcare. So we looked at the report from the U.S. Department of Labor in Maricopa County was #1 in job growth in the nation this last year in 2019. So tourism, travel only make up a part of that economy. So in my opinion, the COVID-19 probably helped cool this buyer frenzy that we were experiencing. And I also believe in many cases that the hedge funds and the iBuyers were buying properties so quick with cash offers that it was creating part of a supply problem for the regular family who was trying to buy with an FHA loan or a conventional loan. Because look, if you're a seller and you have a cash offer and they're going to close on it no matter what, or so they thought, and you get an FHA and it's not as secure as cash, you're going to go with the cash. So I think that was affecting things a little bit, in my opinion. But silver lining, Wall Street dropped and they halted all of their buying, and it's one of those times where it's changed things overnight, right? Guys, leave me comments, give me feedback. What do you guys think of the Zillow, OfferPad, Open Door models? Like, have you tried them out? Leave me a comment. I'd love to hear if you had an experience with it, what you think of it in general. And while you're at it, smash that like button because you made it this far. So back to our original question, is this another market crash? Well, here's the deal. What we're living through now is not like 2008. They were writing bad loans, risky loans. Back then they were doing appraisals without seeing properties. They were letting people borrow 100% with no skin in the game. And many people weren't actually qualified to buy what they bought. Loan to value ratios were thrown out the window and debt to income ratios were ridiculous. What we're living through now is a government that is requiring that the lenders pay the loans themselves if the homeowner is unable to due to loss of work. What does that mean? That means that the government has said, hey everybody, we want you to stay home, we want you to be safe, and by the way, Chase, Wells Fargo, you need to cover the mortgage, the federally backed mortgage loan in the time frame that the homeowner cannot pay for that. And so they're giving some time for that to happen. This also means the bank won't take on any risky loans right now. As of April, one of the biggest lenders, JP Morgan Chase, requires a 700 FICO score, credit score of 700 or above, and 20% down for their loans. So, I'm sure to some degree, all the lenders will be following suit because they don't want to take on risky loans because they might have to pay that mortgage payment if this happens to take another month or two. So here's some more good news. Stats are showing, we did some research and some data, and right now 53% of all the homes in the US have at least 50% in equity, and 37% of all the homes in America are free and clear of mortgages. So what does that mean? That means don't fret because we have some buffer. We have a little bit of safety because there's equity in a big majority of homes. So it means that we're not in a dire straits. So to answer the question, no, I don't believe the housing market in Phoenix and in Arizona is going to crash. The facts are we're living through a cautious pause, almost a forced vacation is how I see people treating it. Many people are waiting, they're being cautious, they're hoping things will change soon. But here's my encouragement to you. Don't let the Fed or your boss or your situation keep you from moving forward. There's always a solution and a different talent or expertise that you can hone, you can work on. So my encouragement is don't rest on your laurels. Like, use this season to plan better, to clean up your home, clean up your business, make things more efficient, and a little spring cleaning to get ready and prepped to be even more ready to launch when we come out of this. And I hope this info has been helpful to you guys as we learn more about the Arizona market. Join us in the next video where we'll be answering the question, will my home values
plummet into the deep abyss?
If this video has helped update you in your Arizona knowledge, then smash that like button. If you like to keep learning more about this Arizona lifestyle that we love so much, we'll continue to share our awesome insights and best kept secrets. More videos about the best parts of Arizona are in the works. I'm Jarrod Kinman, and this is AZ Life. See you next week.